Hi friends, good evening. So I'm back with Strategic Management Revision Lecture for November 2020. I hope all well and studying. Boss, best time to study. Nothing to do else. Have to stay at home only. So take the best of this and don't worry. Okay? Okay, let's go ahead. So what is left in chapter 6? We have to do part 4. In chapter 6 we have to do part 4, and afterwards I'll tell you how am I going to proceed in chapter 7 and chapter 8. I hope you're with me. Am I clear? Afterwards I'll tell you how am I going to proceed in chapter 7 and chapter 8. I hope you're with me. Yes, so let's start with question number 11 to question number 14. 11 to 14. Give heading over here. Give heading production strategy, comma, logistics and supply chain management. Am I clear? Production strategy, comma, logistics and supply chain management. These are the three aspects we are going to study in this part. Am I clear? So now let's come out. Yesterday we had done finance department, we had an HR department, we have done marketing department, we have an R&D department. Now we are going to work for which department? Production department. So now tell me, when it comes to production department, on what all things are you going to make strategy? When I say production department, what all things are going to make this strategy? First, they have given three areas: production system, second, operational planning and control, and third is logistics management. How many are there? Three are there: production system, operational planning and control, and logistics management. I hope you're with me. So now let's come to production. Logistics I'll take after 2 minutes. Production system, by name itself it's very clear. Production system talk about big things as in land, machine, capacity, layout, designing, all automation, etc. So they talk about big things. Production system talks about big things. What is operational planning and control talking about? They are talking operations, planning of operations and controlling the operations. That means here they are talking about day-to-day activities. How much to produce, the quality, the cost, the wastage, the efficiency. Am I clear? So production system talks about big things. Production system talks about big things. Operational planning and control talks about how to plan and control the operations. Am I clear? Am I clear? Now the third one, logistics management. So now tell me the meaning of the term logistics. Tell me the meaning of the term logistics. So now what do you mean by logistics, boss? If you ask me, or whatever is in our mind, I should say like this: what is in our mind? Transportation. Basically transportation. Logistics is nothing but transportation. So what will come to your mind? Bringing raw material inside and taking finished good outside. What will be there in your mind? Bringing raw material inside and taking finished good outside. This will be there in your mind, but no, it is not correct. Logistics only deals with raw material. Logistics only deals with raw material. It does not deals with finished goods. We have something else for finished goods. Am I clear? Am I clear? I hope you're with me. Logistics only deals with raw material. I hope you're with me. So now, what is logistics talking about? What is logistics talking about? First answer to my question: should you people hold the stock of raw material? Should you people hold the stock of raw material? So many students give me an answer: yes ma'am, you should keep stock of raw material, because as and when you get the order, if you have raw material with you, you can immediately convert it into finished goods and meet the requirement of the customer, right? This will be your one answer. Am I clear? But I say that if I hold raw material, first my money is getting blocked. Secondly, I need go down, so I have to incur on the go down rent. Am I clear? Then I have to insure my raw material. That means I have to pay the premium. That means carrying cost. Am I clear? Then theft, or then loss of destroy, and the most important is that customer tastes and preference may change. Assume I am into garments business and I have stock of raw silk. I have raw material of raw silk, assuming that you people like silk dresses. But now customers' tastes and preference have changed. They want cotton dresses. So now this stock is waste. Am I clear? So this is my concern. If I hold, And what you are saying, ma'am, if you don't hold, how will you meet the requirement? If you don't hold, how will you meet the requirement? This is possible. Your problem can be solved. See, there is a concept called as just in time. There is a concept called as just in time. Just in time means you have just in time purchase and you have just in time production. Just in time purchase and just in time production. That means buy as and when required, manufacture as and when required. Am I clear? So now your concern, ma'am, that if you get the orders and if you don't have the raw material, if you get an order, if you don't have the raw material, how will you meet the order? This is possible. Your this concern can be resolved when my logistics department when my logistics department ensures that right material, because it's raw material, right material will be available at right time, right place, right quality, and right cost. And right cost, raw materials cost to me, boss. If my logistics department ensures that, ma'am, whatever material you want, right material will be available at right time, right place, right quality, and right cost, then why I need to hold the raw material? Why should I? I should not hold, because if I hold, I'll have carrying costs, my money will get blocked, then loss of theft, loss of damage, and most important, customers' taste and preference may change. So you should not hold the raw material, provided this is possible only when your logistics department ensures that right material will be available at right time, right material will be available at right time, right place, right. Am I clear? Am I clear? Right place, right quality, and a right cost. Am I clear? Am I clear? Can I go ahead to see logistics? Flow of supplies. I said now raw material talks about only raw material. Sorry, logistics talks about only raw material. Logistics talks about only raw material. They ensure that right material is available at right time, right place, right quality, and at right cost. So logistics only deals with what? Raw material. Then who deals with finished goods? It is supply chain management. If you remember, I had given an example yesterday regarding noodles. Suppose I have a noodles company, am I clear? And I want round shaped noodles and I want atta noodles. Am I clear? So who are we people? We people are consumers. We people are consumers. We'll go to retailers to wholesalers, wholesalers to distributors, distributors to marketing department of noodle company, then production department, then R&D department, production to purchase department, and from your supplier. Boss, when all are working together, who all? Supplier, organization, and customer. Supplier, organization, and customer, when all are working together, then see, basically it talks about your, see, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? Supply. This is called as what? This is called as supply chain management. This is called as supply chain management. What is supply chain management saying? That, ma'am, right goods or right product, I should say right product, right product, right product will be available at right time, right place, right quality, and at right price. I hope you're with me. Right product will be available at right time, right place, right quality, and at right price. Supply chain management ensures right product, because it's finished goods. Finished goods is a product for you, 4 piece. Right product will be available at right time, right place, right quality, and a right price. Supply chain management, listen to me. Supply chain management deals with point of origin, from point of origin to the point of consumption. To the point of consumption. Supply chain management means strong relationship between supplier, organization, and customer. Supply chain management means strong relationship between supplier, organization, and customer, and it deals with from point of origin to the point of consumption. It deals from point of origin to the point of consumption. I hope you're with me. Am I clear? Then supply chain management ensures that right product will be available at right time, right place, right quality, and at right price. Why? It's finished goods. So finished good you have selling price. Am I clear? Am I clear? That means can I say like this? Logistics is a part of supply chain management. Can I say like this? Logistics is a part of supply chain management. Can I say? Yes, because logistics talks about bringing the raw material inside. Logistics talks about bringing the raw material inside. So logistics is a part of supply chain management. Whereas you can say supply chain management is extension to logistics. You can say supply chain management is extension to logistics. Am I clear? Am I clear till here? Any problem till here? Am I clear till here? Sure. Can I go ahead? So what is next question? What is supply chain management? Supply chain management means strong linkage between suppliers, manufacturers, and customers. It means right product at right time, right place, right quality, and at right price. Am I very clear? Am I very clear? And last, is logistics same as supply chain management? No. Supply chain management is extension or logistics is a part of supply chain management, or logistics is a part of supply chain management. Am I clear? Am I clear? Logistics ensures right material available right time, right place, right quality, and at right cost, whereas supply chain management ensures right product, right time, right place, right quality, and right price. That means logistics is concerned only with point of origin, whereas supply chain management is concerned from point of origin to the point of consumption. Am I very clear? Am I very clear? Any problem till here? Can I go ahead? Yes. Can I go ahead to next last question over here? How to implement a strong supply chain management in your company? Understand? If a company has a strong supply chain management, it's the biggest strength. Why? Boss, it's so important that your consumer has some grievances, consumer has some problem, and chain is not broke anyway, and it reaches to the right person react to it and then deliver to the customer. Isn't that so important? Consumers will feel so happy, so satisfied that they only not listen to us but they follow it also. That means for a company, we consumers are very important. Am I clear? Am I clear? Suppose you have some issues and the issue is resolved by the company. Won't you people be happy? Am I clear? Getting my point? Sure. Can I go ahead? Okay. So now a question come, how to have a strong supply chain management in your organization? How to have a strong supply chain management in your organization? How many points they have given? 7 points. How many points they have given? 7 points. If you follow these 7 points, you will surely be able to implement and run a successful supply chain management in your company. Am I clear? Am I clear? Can I go ahead? Yes. So now, see one thing very clear. What are they trying to say in all the 7 points? I'll tell you the crux. If I want to speak something to I want to say something to somebody, should I speak directly or should I go via? If you must have, if you remember, there was a game called Chinese Whisper. When we were small, used to say something in somebody's ear, and then he used to forward it, and the end person used to convey what I said. Whole message used to get distorted. Better say directly. If you want to speak something, you should speak directly. You should not go via. Same thing has been explained over here in this 7 points. Am I clear? First point, product development. What are the thing over here? Boss, ask customer to directly talk to supplier. Why? Let's customer be very clear with supplier. This type of raw material is what I want, or this is what I want. So if you directly talk to a supplier, supplier will be able to understand better. So if you, rather than going to the customer going to production team talking to supplier makes no sense. Better talk directly. Am I clear? So right from the start, customer and supplier should work together. So in first point, mark this two words. If these two people are working together, yes, Chinese whisper. If these two people are working together from day one, the things will get development of product will become fast. Am I clear? Am I clear? Second, procurement. Procurement. Tell me, from whom you buy raw material suppliers. Am I clear? And who needs raw material? Production department, manufacturing department. Now assume manufacturing department plans everything, plans the whole production process, and after planning the production process, they call the supplier and tell these are the dates when I want the raw material. What will supplier say? Boss, raw material is not available at this point of time. You should have involved me in your planning process. I would have planned all the things accordingly. Am I clear? So who two are working together over here? Suppliers are involved in the planning the manufacturing process. Suppliers are involved in planning the manufacturing process. Am I clear? Am I clear? Third, manufacturers. Third, manufacturers. Who manufactures? Manufacturing department. For whom the manufacturers? Customers. So shouldn't manufacturing department be in direct contact with the customers so they know the taste and preference of the customers? Am I clear? Manufacturing department should be in direct contact with the customers so they know the taste and preference of the customers. Am I clear? Am I clear? Fourth, physical distribution. Who distributes? Marketing team. To whom? To whom? Customers. So shouldn't marketing team know where the customers are? Right time and right place. Am I clear? Am I clear? That means marketing team and customers should work hand in hand so that you're able to deliver at right time and right place. Am I clear? Next, customer service. When is a customer service? How can you give best service to a customer when you give them right product at right time and right place? When I say customer service, what is my customer service over here? When you give right product at right time and right place. So right product, sorry, who will give right product? Manufacturing department. And right time and right place, who will give right time and right place? Who will ensure that? Marketing department. Who will ensure that? Marketing department. That means production team and marketing department should work hand in hand. Should work hand in hand. Am I clear? Am I clear? That means here in fifth point, production and distribution team. Production and distribution team. Am I clear? Am I clear? Next, outsourcing. Simple. Do things in which you are good at. Do things in which you are good at, and rest everything should be outsourced. And to whomever you are outsourcing, ensure you are in close contact with that person. In short, I'll tell you what is happening over here. They don't want any communication gap at all at any stage. Am I clear? Am I clear? And last point is performance measurement. Boss, my performance, how can I have a best performance? Only when we all three are working together. Who three? Suppliers, customers, and organization. Suppliers, customers, and organization. When we all three are working together, then only you can give best performance to your customers. Am I clear? Am I clear? In all these 7 points, I have tried to ensure that there is no communication gap between anybody. Supplier should be in contact with the customer. Supplier should be in contact with production department. Marketing person should be in contact with the production department. Marketing person should be in contact with the customer. Production department should be in contact with supplier also, marketing also, and customer also. Am I clear? Am I clear? Is this very clear? What is the shortcut? 4P.com. First P, product development. Second P, procurement. Third P, physical distribution. Fourth P, performance measurement. C, customer service. O, outsourcing. And M, manufacturing. Am I clear? Am I clear? Yes. So by this we are done with chapter 6 completely. Am I clear? Am I clear? Can I go ahead? Now, let's come to chapter 7. Now, what is my planning for the day? See, in chapter 7, only two parts are left. Part 1, and I think part 3. Part 1 and part 3. We already done in part 2 and part 4. Part 2 is leadership and part 4 is entrepreneurship and entrepreneurship. I hope everything. So in chapter 7, only two parts are left, 1 and 3. I am planning to do only part 3 from this chapter. And then we'll start with chapter 8 today. And as much as possible, we will complete chapter 8. Am I clear? And balance tomorrow chapter 7 and balance part of chapter will be doing it tomorrow and we'll complete the revision session tomorrow. Am I clear? Am I clear? Yes. So my whole is like I want to complete this part and I think just two parts, if I leave just two parts in chapter 8, so I'll be completing rest of the part today itself. Am I clear? Am I clear? Okay. So come to question number 16, page number 179. I hope you all with me. Boss, if you remember, we had started yesterday chapter 7. I had divided chapter 7 into 4 parts. First part is not yet done. Second part is leadership, which we had done yesterday only. And third part is question number 16. And fourth part is question number 17, which is entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship, which we already done with chapter 1. Levels of organization. Am I clear? Yes. So please reply, are you all with me on the same page? Reply, boss, so that I can go ahead. Question number 16, page number 179. Question number 16, page number 179. Okay. So now define the term corporate culture. Define the term corporate culture, and the culture is a strength. It can also be a weakness. And what are the culture changing actions? What are the culture changing actions? So now, before going ahead with this, can you people explain me the meaning of the term culture? Tell me. Can you people explain me the meaning of the term culture? What do you mean by culture? Reply. What is my culture? Traditions, values, belief, principles, way of operating, internal work environment. I hope you're with me. Your values, your belief, your principles, your traditions, your way of operating an internal work environment. I hope you're with me. Yes, this is culture, right? Right? Now tell me, answer. Why do I formulate strategy? Reply. Why do I formulate strategy? Reply to this question. Why I formulate strategy? Reply. I formulate strategy to achieve my objectives and goals. You agree to this? I formulate strategy to achieve my objectives and goals, right? Second question. How do I formulate strategy? I formulate strategy by analysis of the environment. I formulate strategy by analysis of the environment. I hope you remember. You analyze both external and internal environment. You come to know SWOT and then you can formulate a sound strategy. Am I clear? In short, I formulate strategy to achieve my objectives and goals. And how do I formulate strategy? By analyzing the environment. By analyzing the environment. Am I clear? Am I clear? So now answer to this question. This I won't reply. If my culture is a hurdle for my strategy, if my culture is a hurdle for my strategy, will I change strategy or will I change culture? Reply. If my culture is a hurdle for my strategy, will I change strategy or will I change the culture? Reply. Reply. Waiting. Waiting. Change culture. Okay, who said change strategy? Boss, if I change strategy, say tell me, I have made strategy keeping in mind the current environment, and if you expect me to change strategy, that means you are saying that your strategy, which is as per the environment, don't implement that. How will that work? Pause. What is culture? Culture is like traditions, belief. And you will say, ma'am, it's difficult to change culture. Agreed, it is difficult. Is it impossible? Tell me simple. What was the culture? What was the belief? Why girls' education? Why you want girls to get educated? As it is after marriage, you have to look after the family. So why do you need to educate girls? This was the belief. Now my strategy is I want to grow in my life, and keeping that in my objective, I have come to a strategy. I want to get educated. I want to go for further education. Now you will tell me, ma'am, your culture is not supporting your strategy, so change your strategy. Don't go for education. I hope you're agreeing. The one who are saying me change strategy, please understand. Please understand. My culture is my company's working environment, that is inside my company. And simple, if anything which is coming in front of my strategy, I will change that. I will never change my strategy. I will change my culture. No doubt it will take time, because it is embedded in you. It's in you from years. You're doing the same thing again and again, again and again from years. So you feel whatever you're doing is correct. But that does not mean whatever you're doing is correct. So if something is coming ahead of my strategy, I will change that. I will change my culture. Am I clear? So what is the second question? Culture is a strength as well as culture is a weakness. See, culture can be a strength, culture can be weakness, and whatever is weak, you will have to overcome that. Culture can be strength, culture can be weakness. I hope you're with me. So simple, what I'm trying to say, if culture is supporting my strategy, it is strength. If culture is supporting my strategy, it is strength. If culture is not supporting my strategy, it is weakness. I will overcome my weakness, but I will never change my strategy, because my strategy is as per the analysis of the environment, and this is the environment which will, this is the strategy which is going to help me to achieve my objective. Am I clear? I hope you got the answer what I'm trying to say. I will never change my strategy. I will change my culture. I will never change my strategy. I will change my culture. Is this clear? Please reply. Is this clear? And by seeing the question also you come to know culture can be strength, culture can be weakness. So if it's supporting a strategy, it's strength. If it's not supporting a strategy, it's weakness. Am I clear? And if it is weak, see the third question. What are the culture changing actions? What are the culture changing actions? I hope you're with me. I hope you're with me. What are the culture changing actions? That means what action will you take to change the weak culture? What actions will you take to change the weak culture? That means you are changing the culture. Let's read that answer. Fifth point. Culture changing actions. Changing problem culture is very difficult. Changing problem culture is very difficult because of deeply held values and belief. It's deeply held in you. It takes concentrated management action over a period of time to replace an unhealthy culture with a healthy culture. Understand? It's an unhealthy culture. You'll have to replace unhealthy and you have to bring in a healthy culture. Or to root out or to remove out certain unwanted cultural obstacles and instill one that are more strategy supportive. So you have to root out. You have to remove. Root out means you have to remove, root out, root it out. Certain unwanted cultural obstacles, the culture which is obstacle for you, which is hurdle for you, and instill, that means add the one which are most strategy supportive. We have studied, I want a strategy supportive work climate. I want a strategy supportive work climate. Am I clear? Am I clear? The A point. The first step is to diagnose which facet means which part of the present culture is strategy supporting, which is not supporting, which is supporting the strategy and which is not supporting the strategy. Second, then managers have to talk openly and forthrightly to all concerned about those part of the culture that has to be changed. Am I clear? Am I clear? See, the talk has to be followed. The talk has to be followed openly and forthrightly. The talk, see, you have to keep on talking to the person that this is not correct, and you have to talk swiftly, that means speed, by aggressive actions to modify the culture actions that everyone will understand are intended to establish a new culture more in tune with the strategy. You have to keep on talking to a person, you have to be aggressive, and you have to tell him that you have to come with a new culture which is more in tune with my strategy. So what steps are going to take? Menu, what is the menu over here? Includes revising policies and procedure, revising policies and procedure, altering altering incentive compensation, recruiting and hiring new managers. Because if people are not ready to change them only. Replacing key executives, the key person himself is not ready to change them. And communication on need and benefit to employees and so on. Am I clear? Am I clear? You have to keep on talking to that person that what is important. You'll have to leave the old culture, or you have to leave the culture which is not supporting your strategy. Am I clear? Am I clear? Is this question clear? Is question number 16 clear? Am I clear? We're already done with question number 17. We are already done with question number 17. Now one part is left in chapter 7, which is part 1, which I'm going to do it tomorrow only, not today. Today I'll start with chapter 8. So let's start with chapter 8. And before starting with chapter 8, let's divide chapter 8 into parts. Chapter 8. Let's divide chapter 8 into parts. Question number 1, 2, 3 is part 1, which you already done. Please mark. 1, 2, 3 is part 1, which is already done. 4 and 5 is part 2. 4 and 5 is part 2. Then question number 6 is part 3. Question number 6 is part 3. The sixth question I'll be doing tomorrow with chapter 7. Then question number 7 is part 4. Only 7 is part 4. Then 8 to 14. 8 to 14 is part 5. And 15 and 16 is part 6. Am I clear? Can I start? So let's come to part 2. I'm targeting that except one part, I complete whole chapter 8 together. Am I clear? Am I clear? So come to part 2. Question number 4 and question number 5. Question number 4 and question number 5. I hope you're with me. Question number 4 and question number 5. Now read both the question. Read both the question. Explain the various stages or phases of change process. Just read the question. Explain various stages or phases of change process and read the question. Fifth, explain various stages or phases of change process as propounded by Kurt Lewin. As propounded by Kurt Lewin. Understand? Both the questions are same. Both the questions are same. One question is with author, one question is without author. One question is with author, one question is without author. Are you with me? Question number 4. Explain various stages or phases of change process. Explain various stages or phases of change process. Am I clear? Am I clear? And fifth one is explain various stages or phases of change process as propounded by Kurt Lewin. Am I clear? So if in the exam they use author, then write question number 5 ka answer. And if they don't use the author, then write question number 4. Now what is this part? See, we are in which phase? We are in implementation phase. We are in which phase? We are in implementation phase. And what are we implementing? Strategies. Now, it may happen that while implementing the strategies, I hope you're with me, environment has changed. Environment has changed. So if environment has changed, you will have to change the strategy. Agreed or not? See, it happens, yeah. You had planned strategy a year back. In a year span, environment has changed. So if environment has changed, you have to change the strategy. For example, this scenario, I think before March, we didn't knew this is going to happen. I was in Bangalore only in the March month. In fact, I started my lecture also. And for 2 days, I was taking my lecture. Third day, Karnataka government said no lectures, everything closed. And then I had to come back. Still, I didn't expect it. The August will come. Am I clear? So now, what was my planning? I had made some plans for August month. I had really different plans for this 3-4 months. But now, what has happened? I am unable to implement those plans because environment has changed. So and I have to make new plans. And I have to make new strategies. For example, you people must have not expected all these things. Virtual lectures, online lectures. No, never. Nobody expected. What you all must have thought, okay, November is my attempt. Till September we'll be having our lectures. And then September, October we'll be having self-study time. This must be all in your mind. Am I clear? This must be all in your mind. Getting my point, what I'm trying to say. But what happened? Environment changed. So strategy need to be changed. Am I clear? But understand, one thing, problem over here, one thing constant in the world is change. One thing constant in the world is change. And second thing constant is people resist change even if the change is for their betterment. People resist change even if the change is for their betterment. So here they are explaining us how to initiate change in strategy. Because the moment we will change the strategy, people will resist it. People will not accept it. People will think, no, we want to continue with the old strategy only. Am I clear? Am I clear? So in both the questions, they'll explain us how to initiate strategic change. Am I clear? Am I clear? To see what's written over here. The changes in the environment forces often require businesses to make changes in the environment. Forces often require businesses to make modification in the existing strategy or bring out new strategy. If complete strategy need not to be changed, so you can modify it or you can completely come with a new strategy. Am I clear? So how many steps I have given? 3 steps. First step, recognize the need for change. Recognize the need for change, as in which part of strategy has to be changed. So further analyze the environment, see whether the whole environment has changed. So whether you need to change the whole strategy or you just need to change the part of the strategy. Am I clear? Second point, create a shared vision to manage change. Write a question over here. difference between difference between shared vision and vision shared. Shared vision and vision shared. Difference between shared vision and vision shared. So understand, vision shared. My vision I've shared. Least bothered whether you are accepting or not. It's like boss. It's like I'm enforcing on you. You have to do this. Vision shared. Shared vision. We all have come to a common vision. What is better? Shared vision. Now, we all have discussed something and we all have come to a common vision. I hope you're with me. Yes, I hope you're with me. So basically, I need a shared vision. And how that can be possible? By communication. You when you speak on something again and again, again and again, again and again, the person will start thinking on that, and one day that person will accept it. Am I clear? And one day the person will accept it. I hope I get my point. Am I clear? Am I clear? Getting my point, what I'm trying to say? So create a shared vision. Shared vision means all having a common vision, all come to a consensus that yes, we need to change the strategy because environment has changed. Am I clear? Am I clear? I hope you're with me. Yes, see a C point. C point. How to create a shared vision. For that, senior managers need to constantly and consistently communicate the vision, not only to inform but also to overcome resistance to proper communication. The more you communicate something again and again, again and again, the people will start thinking about it and they will not resist to it. And last point, once they've accepted the change, so implement the change. Institutionalize or implement is one and the same thing. Implement the change. Am I clear? Implement the change. Am I very clear? And it's very important to ensure that you regularly monitor the people are implementing the change. And if they find any hurdles, any problems, you ensure that the problem is resolved as soon as possible, or else they will go back to square one. Okay? Am I clear? Can I go ahead? Yes? Is this clear? Am I clear? So now come to next question. Question number 5. Explain the stages or phases of change process as propounded by Kurt Lewin. Again, he has also given us 3 stages only, but with heavy words. Unfreezing the situation, changing to the new situation, and refreezing. So can you people first tell me the meaning of the term unfreezing in day-to-day life? Reply. 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 What do you mean by the term unfreezing in day-to-day life? What do you mean by the term unfreezing in day-to-day life? Reply. No. What do you mean by unfreezing in day-to-day life? Unfreezing. Forget strategic management completely. I'm asking you, unfreezing in day-to-day life. Rating. Exactly. Unfreeze. Melting ice. Converting ice into water. Unfreeze. Freeze. Converting water into ice. So understand, if somebody is freezed, matlab it's rigid. So if a person is freezed, you can't change that person. The first you need to unfreeze the person. Unfreeze means, see, first point over here. Unfreeze means what? It's a process of breaking down the old attitudes and behaviors, customs and tradition so that you can start with a clean slate. It's important to break down until and unless people are not unfreeze. People are not, you have to understand, how will I put something in your head if your head is not empty. How will I write on the board? If I want to write here, how will I write over here? It's already freeze. I have to rub it so that I can start with a clean slate. So I need to unfreeze this page. I hope you get my point. Am I clear? So what is the unfreeze? Removing the old attitudes, behaviors, customs and traditions, and how that can be possible. According to Kurt Lewin, no change should come as surprise. No change should come as surprise, because surprise will lower employees' model. The only one way you want people to accept change is by communication, by announcement. The more you keep on talking to a person about the change, the more the person understand and accept the change. Am I clear? First step is unfreezing. Second step, changing to the new situation. Changing to the new situation. See, once the unfreezing process has been completed and the members of the company recognize the need for change and is fully prepared to accept, they have understood, yeah, we have to accept the change. So now how to change them? As per H.C. Kelman has given 3 methods to change the people, to change to new situation. First is compliance, second is identification, third is internalization. Compliance, identification and internalization. What is compliance? Compliance, you have to comply, you have to accept this. This is a new situation, you have to accept, will accept reward, will not accept punishment. That means carrot and stick policy. That means carrot and stick policy. Getting my point? Am I clear? Second, identification. Tell me, don't you people have role models in your life? Don't you people have role models in your life? Yes. What you do? You follow them. Exactly. If your role model has accepted the change, you will also accept the change. So this way of accepting the change is called as identification. This way of accepting the change is called as identification, following your role model. And third is internalization. Third is internalization means, now internalization means involving some internal changes in the individual's thought process. See, which we try to you people. As a teacher, I cannot, as in your big students now, we cannot comply, we cannot enforce you to study, lock in the room. Now, not possible. Compliance won't work in your case. Then, second is identification. It may have happened that you may have some role models in your life whom you are following. For example, I followed my elder brother. My elder brother is also CA, so I followed him while doing my CA. Am I clear? Third way is internalization, which I or every teacher keeps on doing. We keep on telling you people the pros of becoming a CA and the con of not becoming a CA. Am I clear? The positive side and the negative side. We keep on telling you people it's just efforts of 4 to 5 years and then enjoy the rest of the life. And it's not that after CA you're not going to work hard. It's not that after CA you're not going to work hard, but that work hard will give you returns in name, fame, and money, everything. So what are we doing? We are adopting which method? Internalization. We're adopting which method? Internalization. That means we're trying to change you from inside. And once a person is changed from inside now, then if there's a function going in a family, festival going, still you will be studying in your room. Why? Because you have changed from inside. This is called as internalization. Am I clear? Am I clear? So this are 3 ways of changing you people. One is compliance, second is identification, and third is internalization. Am I clear? Now you have changed. So what to do? Refreeze. What to refreeze? Refreeze a change behavior. You've already accepted the change. Let me freeze it again. So refreezing. If I will not freeze it, people will move back to square one. Am I clear? Is this very clear? Is this very clear? Is question number 4 and question number 5 very clear? Can I go it? Can I go it? So question number 6 we're going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow. And I'm starting with question number 6 only. First, tomorrow I'll be completing chapter 8 and then whatever is left in chapter 7, and then we'll discuss some doubts and then we are done with the syllabus. Am I clear? Okay. Come to question number 7. Explain strategy audit. Why is this important, Mark? It is added in the new syllabus and it was not there in the old syllabus. So mark this important. It is added in the new syllabus and it was not there in the old syllabus. Am I very clear? Am I very clear? It's the what is strategy audit? Now what is audit? Examination. So now a question should come to your mind, ma'am, what must have happened? What must have happened? Why they started with a concept called strategy audit? Simple. When you're not getting desired results, when you're not getting what was expected, you'll have to evaluate where are you going wrong. What is strategy audit? A strategy audit is an examination and evaluation of areas affected by the operation strategic management within an organization. You have to evaluate all the areas which got affected by strategic management, process. Am I clear? To see where are you going wrong, why are you not getting desired results. Am I clear? So now when you're doing strategy audit, fourth point, when you're doing what? Strategy audit, Rachel Rummel has given us criteria. What criteria you should ensure while doing strategy audit? What criteria you should ensure while doing strategy audit? Are you with me? Yes? He has given how many criteria? 4 criteria. Consistency, consonance, feasibility and advantage. First, he said there should be consistent goals and policy. Everybody should have same goals and policy. There should be no inconsistency. Boss, if everybody has same goals and same policies, that means all are working towards same direction. All are working towards same direction. Then only everybody will be working same direction. So only the objectives and goals will achieve. So only will be getting desired results. But if all are having different objectives and goals, nobody will be able to achieve the objectives and goals. In short, because of inconsistency, you are not getting desired results. So check whether consistency is there or not. Second point, consonance. First, mark the definition. Consonance means refers to need for strategists to examine sets of trends as well as individual trends. Understand? I'll explain over here. When you make strategy for CA, when you make strategy for your CA exams, ensure consonance is there or not. Now, what do you mean by consonance over here? Understand? What do you mean by consonance over here is that when you make a timetable, don't you people keep 2 things in mind. You study all the subjects, all. So in every subject you get 40 marks. And you study few subjects extra, which is your core competency. So you get more marks in that subject, so you'll be able to complete your aggregate also. Understand? If you don't do both the things, you won't be able to achieve your objective. Suppose you're studying all the subjects, getting in every subject 40, it won't work. Suppose you study few subjects thoroughly, you may be getting 70, 80 in that subject, but you're not getting 40 in all, again it won't work. In short, we'll try to make a strategy. In short, you will try to make a strategy where, listen to me, where you'll be studying all subjects that much, where you'll be getting 40 in each and every subject. Along with that, few subjects you will be studying more. Few subjects you'll be studying more, so that you get more marks in that subject, which will help you to meet your aggregate criteria also. What are you doing? Consonance. Am I clear? Am I clear? Third, feasibility. See, ensure you make a feasible strategy. That means, is it possible for you people to study for 24 hours? No. Is it possible that you study only 4 hours? You can study for 4 hours, but that will not help. That means neither you should overtax, nor you should create unsolvable sum problem. That means neither you should overtax. That means it should not happen that you think I can study for 24 hours a day and you make a 24 hours timetable. That's not possible. And if you make a timetable 4 hours, that won't help. Am I clear? Ensure you make a strategy which will help you to achieve your objective. That means it should be feasible. Am I clear? And last one, advantage. What is the advantage over here? A strategy must provide for the criteria, for the creation and maintenance of competitive advantage in selected area or activities. Understand, your strategy should be that which helps you to create competitive advantage. And if you already have a competitive advantage, ensure it is maintained. Am I clear? So 4 criteria. Which are 4 criteria? Consistency, consonance, feasibility, and advantage. Am I clear? Am I clear? Any problem till here? Sure. Is this clear? And last point, what are they saying? Reasons why strategy evaluation is difficult in today's world. Only one reason. Environment keeps on changing. You evaluate an environment change. How many points they have given? They have given 6 points. All 6.1 conclusion. All 6.1 conclusion. What is that one conclusion? Your environment keeps on changing. Am I clear? Am I clear? Is question number 7 clear? Now come to question number 8 to 14 and write there BPR, business process re-engineering, right? Business process re-engineering. Now, a very simple concept. A very simple concept. Business process re-engineering. Understand? When you're making a process for the first time, that's called as engineering. When you're changing the process, called as re-engineering. That's called as re-engineering. Now, what is this? I'll give you examples. This all examples I have done in my life. I think watching movie. I remember to watch a 3 to 6 ka show. I used to stand in front of theater gate from 12 o'clock. 12 to 2 outside theater gate. And now theater gate will open. Now run as fast as you can run. Run like PT Usha. And now you have to stand in front of ticket window. 2 to 2:30 window is closed. So window will open at 2:30. And because you have taken pain from 12 to 2:30, you're among first few people standing in the queue and you managed getting tickets, and after you went to movie hall, you saw a movie from 3 to 6, and when you came out 6:15, you thought, what have you done for the whole day? Nothing. Just one movie, headache. First problem, movie. Second example, bank. Going to bank, I think it was like a punishment. I remember first half of office staff was in the bank only, because when they used to go in bank, separate line for cash deposit, separate line for cash withdrawal, separate queue for some other request, and big queues. Going like, I think I remember my office staff always first half, my dad's office staff first half always in bank. They used to come when bank is closed, because now nothing is going to happen. Am I clear? Third example, railway tickets booking. Railway tickets booking, right? I think people stand from a night before. If 8 o'clock in the morning the window is going to get open, they stand a night before. Am I clear? So stand for the whole night for the railway tickets. Am I clear? Then fourth, if you want rickshaw, if you want taxi, I think you're standing in for 15, half an hour, and the rickshaw person is saying, no, I will not go here, I will not go there. Bhaiya, where are you going to go? Where are you going to take me? Tell me. As you feel like asking this. This is very close. This is very far. Where you want to go? Where you want to take me? I should always feel this. I should give like tight slap. Why you ever say no? You're not allowed to say no. Rickshaw. So now when all these things were happening in my life now, I'm like, what is happening? God, please change. So now tell me, movie. Book my show. Now tell me, do you stand in queue? Forget standing in queue. You do advance booking. You even book the preferred seat. You even book what you want to eat. Book my show. Bank. Now tell me, do you visit bank? I don't know when I last visited a bank. You have internet banking, you have mobile banking. I think I don't have to visit bank for any reason until it's something which is not possible. Without going to bank, I don't visit bank at all. Third, IRCTC. Do you go now to book a railway tickets? No. You book online and cancellation online. Automatically the money will come to your bank account. Rickshaw, taxi. Now tell me, do you find rickshaw and taxi? No. Rickshaw and taxi find you. The moment you go on Ola and Uber and book it, the all nearby rickshaw will come to you. Get your point? Tell me, is all this four has changed? Yes. Answer, reply. I'm waiting for the what is common in all four. What has happened over here? Tell me. What has happened over here? Tell me fast. Reply. What has happened in four, all the four examples? Reply. Waiting. Reply fast. Boss, in all the four cases, one thing is, yeah, drastic change, agreed, but what has happened? Why a drastic change? What is the reason behind the drastic change? What is the major reason behind drastic change? Exactly, information technology. Boss, BPR says that, listen to me, I am not going to do small changes. I am not going to do small change. I'll be doing drastic change, dramatic change, unusual change. And how is that possible? I will remove everything what is not required and I will add information technology. One. And BPI is saying that, understand, what is BPI saying? If you want drastic change, if you want dramatic change, you will have to start from the beginning. For example, suppose this is my house and I want a drastic change and I want a dramatic change. Suppose I appoint a BPR expert, what that person will tell me, ma'am, I will demolish the whole house. I will demolish the whole house and start from the scratch. Because if you don't allow me to demolish the house, how will I change the external? I can only change the external and internal won't be a drastic change and dramatic change. So when you say BPR, business process re-engineering, it has to be start from the scratch. Because until and unless your fundamentals are not strong, you cannot expect wonders over here. So what is BPR going to do? They're going to remove everything which is not required, unwanted steps, unwanted transfer point, unwanted waiting points, and they're going to add information technology. And by this, they are going to do business process re-engineering. Am I clear? Am I clear? See question number 9. Point number 2. The redesign efforts aims at simplifying and streamlining a process. What am I doing over here? I'm simplifying and streamlining the process by eliminating all redundant and non-value adding steps, activities and transactions, reducing drastically the number of stages or transfer points and speeding up the workflow with the use of information technology. Am I clear? Speeding up the workflow with the use of information technology. And they say we'll start from the beginning, radical method from the beginning. Total deconstruction of what you're doing. I will deconstruct and start from the beginning. Am I clear? So now question number 10. What are the characteristics of BPR? How many points I've given? 6 points, and all are saying the same thing again and again. First, they see that we will be doing unusual improvement. We are not going to do small improvement. We're going to do drastic improvement, dramatic improvement. We're going to do drastic improvement, dramatic improvement. So if you want small improvement, don't come to us because we are costly affair. Second, starting from scratch, starting from the beginning. Boss, how can you expect drastic improvement? You can expect drastic improvement only when you start from the beginning. Third, it begins with fundamental rethinking. One and the same thing. Fundamental means starting from the beginning. Fourth, it does not begin with anything given. Same point again and again. I will not go with anything given. I'll start from the scratch. Then it involves radical redesign. Radical means from the beginning. Same line again and again from the beginning. and it talks about drastic improvement, dramatic improvement. Talks about drastic improvement and dramatic improvement. I hope you're getting my point. Yes? Am I clear? Am I clear? So this six are what? This six are the characteristics of BPR. Seventh question, or sorry, 11th question. What are the steps? How will you implement BPR? How many steps they have given? 5 steps. First, determining the objectives and the framework. See, for BPR, we'll appoint a BPR expert. Make the objective clear. Until unless the objective is not clear for the expert, now he won't be able to focus. So make your objective very clear. What is your expectation from him? Second, when you're starting from scratch, to better see who are your customers and what are their needs and then work according to your needs. Third, study the existing process. Somebody study the existing process with the reasoning that they just want to know where are you going wrong. But a few people say that we don't want to study the existing process because we are going to start from the beginning. Fourth, formulate a redesign process plan. That means once you know what is expected from you, that is what is the objective of the company, who are your customers and what is their requirement, then make a plan. See what options are there, select the best plan, and last is whatever you have redesigned, implement that plan. Am I clear? Am I clear? It's very simple, boss. SM is not difficult. What is the problem in SM is only writing. SM you will have to learn and write. Please do write. You have sufficient time. Am I clear? Even if you make a plan, I think total book is around, if I just check, yeah, 227. 227 out of I think 227, around 30-40 pages is my MCQs. I think the book is maximum 180 pages. The book is maximum 180 pages. So if you write, how many days are left for exams? August, September, October. That means roughly 90 days. Roughly 90 days. I hope you're with me. And how many pages do you have? 90 pages. So if you write 3 pages in a day, 3 pages in a day, you'll be able to complete SM in 60 days. And 3 pages write and start learning. That's it. If you just write 3 pages a day religiously as if you're writing the exam, no shortcuts, not only heading, you write everything, whatever is there on the 3 pages. Am I clear? If you feel it is 200 pages, if you feel not, ma'am, it's not 27, if it's 200 pages, to write 4 pages in a day. So if you write 4 pages in a day, still 50 days. I think you should write 4 pages in a day, and 50 days you'll be able to complete your syllabus of SM without even knowing that you have done the syllabus. I have done this in my CA. You can't learn SM for 3 hours. SM is like monotonous subject. When you keep on learning, you feel like you're writing the same thing. I think 4 pages writing will not take more than one hour. And then whatever you have written, learn it. And learning should be cumulative. What you have learned yesterday, revise today and then learn today. Whatever I've learned day for yesterday, today, revise that and go ahead. That's the best way to study. Am I clear? Am I clear? Is this clear? Is question 11 clear? To come to question number 12. What is the role of IT in BPR? Simple. No IT, no BPR. Boss, wherever you see drastic change has happened, dramatic change has happened, it's only because of technology. Today world, I think this pandemic is going on, and as of now we are ensuring social distancing. One, we're ensuring that we don't want to go out, we don't want to come into contact with people without unnecessary. What are we doing? Are we giving cash? It was RBI somewhere, they said avoid cash, do online transaction. What is happening? You have Paytm, you have Google Pay. Getting my point? I think from last 3 months I've not dealt in cash at all. Why to give cash and take the return? Better do exactly online payment. Why? Again, that is what technology. Now I don't want to go out. How to order stuff? They have everything online. Just click it and then it will be delivered at your doorstep. What is all this? Technology. Am I clear? What is all this? Technology. That means no technology, no PPR. Am I clear? Am I clear? So when I say second point, technology assists speed, accuracy, adaptability, and integration of data, focus on meeting the customer's needs and expectation quickly and adequately, thereby enhancing their satisfaction level. Am I clear? Am I clear? Yes. And third point, it it is bring automatic, it makes things simpler and time saving. It is bring efficiency as well as effectiveness. Am I clear? Next question. What is a central thrust of BPR? Central thrust means main focus. So if I ask you a question, what makes customer most happy? Can you reply this? What makes customer most happy? Reply. Reply. What makes customer the most happy? Answer. What makes customer the most happy? Reply. Boss, simple. This is your desire and how early the desire got fulfilled. This is your waiting time. This is a waiting time. If waiting time should be as less as possible. No, value for money is something else. Simple value for money comes very later. You went to a bank with an expectation that half an hour to gone and your work got over in 2 minutes. Wow. You ordered something in a restaurant and 5 minutes the dish is in front of your table. Wow. In front of you on a table. Getting my point. This is your desire and how early your desire is fulfilled. This is called as waiting time, customer cycle time. This is called as customer cycle time. Customer cycle time should be as small as possible. Customer cycle time should be as small as possible, and this is only possible when I take less time in my processing. If I will take less time in my processing, I will be able to deliver it fast. How will I take less time in processing? By reducing unwanted steps, by reducing unwanted transfer point, and by adding information technology. So if I'm able to deliver it fast, your waiting time will be less and satisfaction will be more. And how I'll be able to deliver it fast? When I eliminate what is not required. If I eliminate whatever is not required and I add IT. Am I clear? So the central thrust is what? See, first point. BPI is a multidimensional approach in improving the business performance, that is improvement on quality and cost. By central thrust is reduction in total cycle time of business process. Total cycle time of business process. Am I clear? Am I clear? Come to last question, question number 14, right there. Right there, write a question over there. Explain the difference between, write a question over there. Explain the difference between restructuring and re-engineering. Explain the difference between restructuring and re-engineering. Simple, simple, simple. Suppose this is my house and I want complete change. What are you going to do? You want to demolish it and start from scratch. That is called as re-engineering. That is called as re-engineering. But if I say no boss, no demolish, whatever you want to do inside, I won't allow you to demolish it. That's called as restructuring. That's called as restructuring. Simple. When I do re-engineering, restructuring will automatically happen. But when I do restructuring, that does not lead to re-engineering. That does not lead to re-engineering. Am I clear? Am I clear? So simple. Difference between re-engineering and restructuring. Difference between re-engineering and restructuring. 4 points they have given. How many points? 4. If these 4 points are there, it is re-engineering, and if these 4 points are not there, it is restructuring. First one, Concept of discontinuous thinking. Concept of discontinue with whatever is going and start from scratch. In restructuring, you don't discontinue, you go with that only. But reengineering, you discontinue, start from the scratch. Second, IT. No IT, no BPR. Third, BPR views process from cross-functional perspective. BPR views process from cross-functional perspective means you start with process, but it affects everything. Let's see what's written over here. While reengineering start with the process, it does not end there. The fundamental and radical changes that take place while reengineering the process has its own implication on other parts of the organization, almost on every part of it. See, once you start changing the process, and everything else will automatically change. And last, BPI involves massive organizational change, massive, not even massive, I should use the word total change. Am I clear? So if this 4 points are there, it is BPR, and this 4 points are not there, it is restructuring. Am I clear? Am I clear? Can I go ahead? So now let's come to the last part of this chapter. Give heading benchmarking. Benchmarking. Now, what is benchmarking? Marking on bench is benchmarking? No. Setting a standard, setting the best person as a standard, as a benchmark, comparing yourself with the best person, as in why is he best, why aren't you not best, what is he doing, what are you not doing, and try to follow him. And it may not happen overnight that you may reach the benchmark, but surely it will help you to improve. See, what happened in benchmark? Understand, benchmarking is what? Dictionary defines benchmark as standard or point of reference against which things are compared and by which something is measured and judged. You compare yours to the best person in the industry. Who should be your benchmark? Best person in the industry should be your benchmark. Fourth point, benchmarking helps in improving performance by learning from best practices. What do? You keep on, your performance will keep on improving because it's not easy to reach benchmark. It will take time. It may even happen that you may not reach, or it may even happen that you may reach and you may surpass him. Everything is possible. You are here and benchmark is here. First of all, it will take time to bridge the gap. It may bridge, you may able to bridge, you may not able to bridge, but surely will improve. One. Second, it may happen that you reach to a benchmark, or it may even happen that you surpass him. That means you have become benchmark for others. What is benchmarking? Point number 4. Helps in improving performance by learning from best practices and the process by which they are achieved. You're learning from best practice. It involves regularly monitoring different aspects of performance. It involves regularly comparing different aspects of performance with the best practice, identifying gaps, why the gap is, and finding out novel means new methods to not only reduce the gap, but to improve the situation, that so the gap is positive for the organization. Your intention is just not to reduce the gap, but you want to surpass him so that the gap is as of now, which is negative because you are behind. You want to convert the negative gap into positive gap. That means you want to surpass that person. Am I clear? Am I clear? So, what are the steps of benchmarking? First, identify the need for benchmarking. Identify the need. Then clearly understand what is your process. Then identify the best one and compare yourself with the best one. And while after comparing, you will write a report. And in that report, in that report, what are you going to write? What is the gap and how to reduce the gap? Right here. What is the gap and how to reduce the gap? Prepare a report on what is the gap and how to reduce the gap, and then next is steps to close the gap, and then evaluate whether the gap is reduced or not. Am I clear? Am I clear? Last question. Benchmarking Firms use benchmarking process to achieve improvement in diverse range of management functions. Yes, was benchmarking helps in improvement in search of competitive advantage. So you can use benchmarking in diverse range of management functions. First, assessment of total manufacturing cost. Why is his cost less? Why is my cost more? Second, maintenance of operations. How is he able to maintain his operations efficiently? Why am I not able to do so? Then third, product development. How is he able to develop product so efficiently? Why am I not able to do so? How is he able to distribute his product? How is he able to give best customer services? How is he able to utilize plant capacity to the maximum levels? And how he has best team of human resource? That means benchmarking can be used in diverse range of management functions. Am I clear? Am I clear? Yes. So I'm done with last part of chapter 8 also. So what is left? Only two things. One part in chapter 7 and one part in chapter 8. So tomorrow I'll be able to easily complete your syllabus. Please, again I'm saying the only way to study any theory subject is by writing, and honestly you have time to write. Am I clear? That's the best way to get marks, because what happens when you speak, you don't come to know how you're going to write it. And when you write and when you check what you've written, you come to know what mistakes you're doing. Am I clear? So practical subjects also don't solve orally. Don't do audit of practical subjects. There are 20 questions in the book, at least solve 10. So you know the presentation. And theory, please write your own notes and then learn from the notes. That's the best way to learn theory subjects. Am I clear? Sure. I'm done for the day. We'll meet tomorrow. All the best, and please study and don't worry. Just forget everything what is going to happen. Give your best and leave the rest. Okay, take care. Bye bye. Good night.